But yeah, I'm Angelique, and some of the things that I usually hit on, I just really want to bounce off what you was talking about as far as the low self-esteem and the bullying. It's not even with just the kids. Like, you got grown people that's bullies. You know, you was the skinny girl with glasses, I was the little chunky girl with glasses. So we were both we were both the targets, you know, and it came from, I mean, the head. Sometimes it comes from in the house. Sometimes it comes from church kids, or it's not always targeted, but just keep doing what you're doing. I just want to encourage you to keep pressing. So my spoken words, not really a topic or anything. I just wrote it. What y'all getting y'all cameras out for? Okay. So it's original piece that I wrote from you ready? From birth to 14, my daddy was my protector, and everybody knew that. So the thought of anybody even putting their hands on me, I didn't have to worry about, because they knew who they had to deal with. But at age 14, he passed away, and everything was chaotic and everything was hectic for me. But by age 16, I moved away, not too far, but to a different city. And this guy captured my attention when he told me I was pretty. And he was something like my knight in shining armor. And then I realized I had the wrong story. It was more like I was beauty and he was the beast. And in our scenario, the whole story switched on me, because in the beginning, he was loving, kind, and sweet. And then one day I looked up and I saw a guy I had never seen before. And as I tried to run out of his back door, it's almost like he wrapped his hand around my ponytail and pulled me as I tried to get out of his back door. We had already started fighting and arguing and disagreeing. I had pushed him, he had pushed me. It wasn't just a one-way street. So I got to tell the part about what I did, because it wasn't always him, it was me. Domestic violence gets so deep, and I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. It gets so deep, it goes past what somebody else did. Sometimes you gotta realize what triggered it. Just like the bullying that she talked about and hit on a while ago, you have to understand those are underlying issues that runs deep in the bloodline. It's some things that people don't even understand, and they're dealing with stuff and they just take it out on you. So I feel like I just really want to talk about this. Is that okay? Okay, so how it all started was, I was 16, we moved away, and I ended up going to visit him. I did a pop-up. It was a pop-up visit. I don't do those anymore. But I popped up, and usually he would have our pictures posted around in where he lived in. And the day that I came, the pictures wasn't up. All his friends was there, everybody, because how the house was made, his den was like an apartment. So when I got in and everybody saw I was there, the room got quiet. Like, everybody stopped talking. And I'm like, when you walk in a room and somebody already talking about you, that's the kind of vibe that I was getting at that time. So everybody left, and I asked one simple question: where are pictures at? And boom, he snapped. Like never before. We had never fought. It was never physical, really. None of that. He just snapped on me. And I was wondering, what did I do? Because I'm just trying to come and show you some type of love and affection. And I'm 16. I don't even know what real love and affection is at this time. I was just doing what I thought was going to be okay. It sparked the argument. We pushing, we pulling. I'm trying to leave. He grabbed me by the hair. Everything goes wrong. When it gets to a point where people got to put their hands on you, it's time to go. Relationships, toxic love is not love at all. The Bible says love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered. In my favor, it keeps no record of wrong. So don't allow people to just talk to you any kind of way, because you have to know you are a jewel. I love your program, because it really works with our self-esteem, because a lot of grown people still battle with self-esteem, and they bully, and they picking, and they fighting, and it's just a toxic relationship. And when it comes down to us raising babies and us raising kids, we gotta know how to heal ourselves before we can allow them to grow up in a healthy environment. That's why it runs deep. That's why you have to be careful with the people that you choose to have your children with. How do you know in their bloodline it's not anger? How do you know in their bloodline it ain't domestic violence? You have positive role models. My auntie and uncle here, whoop, whoop. They are one of the longest marriages I've seen. Now, is it always a bed of roses? I can watch that and see that it's not always a bed of roses, but communication rules the nation. When you know how to talk to people, then you can get through some of the worst times without the domestic violence, without people putting their hands on you, without it getting physical, because true love, it don't hurt. So I pray y'all pray my strength to the Lord. That's all I got.